There is no such thing as a means to an end journey to Antarctica, unless you happen to be a scientist. For most scientists who go to Antarctica purely for study, active being there is incentive enough to travel. Nevertheless, there are plenty of things you can do to make the most of your time in the Antarctic. Let's take a look at the 7 things to do in Antarctica. Subscribe and like this video to get the latest updates from us. Here we go. Number 7. Kayaking. You can opt to participate in as many or as few kayaking excursions as you wish if you decide to include kayaking in Antarctica with your cruise. Depending on your kayaking package, you may be offered kayaking excursions up to twice a day depending on the weather. You may see Antarctica from a different angle with Antarctica kayak trips, while the rest of the ship uses zodiacs to get to landing spots. You'll usually paddle out to the landing location for 2 to 3 hours after setting out, so you'll arrive a little later and have less time on shore to explore with fewer people. To many, the thrill of paddling among naturally occurring ice castles and route more than makes up for that. The majority of the time, sea kayaking in Antarctica is ideal due to the extreme protection of the waterways surrounding the Antarctic Peninsula. Imagine a smooth, glassy surface, crystal clear waters, animals swimming beneath and around your kayak, and going much closer to icebergs than you ever would have imagined. Being adaptable is essential because the weather and ice conditions can change every day in Antarctica, and that's all part of the adventure. Your knowledgeable and vigilant kayak guides will keep you updated while they keep an eye on the environment. Kayak trips in Antarctica can cost anything from $695 to $1,600 per person, depending on the ship you choose and the duration of your trip. Although this can seem expensive in comparison to the relatively affordable cost of camping, keep in mind that you may go camping just once while kayaking allows you to go out every day. You will receive greater value if you participate in the kayaking trips more frequently. Number 6. The polar plunge. Every journey has one scheduled polar plunge. The captain and expedition leader keep a close eye on the weather throughout the voyage to determine the best time and place. The polar plunge frequently occurs from the zodiac or gangway, although it can also happen ashore. Wearing a tethered harness, each participant jumps into the polar seas from the side of the zodiac or the safety of the gangplank, with the expedition team and other passengers naturally cheering them on. Because safety is the top priority, a doctor is always present during the polar plunge. As visitors alternate between cannonballing or jumping into the icy waters, guides dressed in survival gear circle the area in zodiacs. In good health, a polar plunge is not harmful. Your body will be affected by the cold, but you won't be in it for very long. To ensure that everyone is as safe as possible, the staff also takes safety measures. There are lots of towels available and the crew is on land. Swimmers should bring zodiacs back to the ship right away so they can warm up. For any problems, the ship doctor is also easily accessible. Number 5. Camping in the islands of the sub-Antarctic. Not many people have visited Antarctica in the grand scheme of things, and even fewer have spent the night there. Antarctica offers amazing camping experiences. In order to set foot in Antarctica, visitors typically go there by plane or spend the night on expedition ships. However, not many individuals have set up camp next to snoring leopard seals in the middle of the snow in a bivy bag. Antarctica is a must-camp destination. Yes, camping in Antarctica is uncomfortable, freezing, and you can't eat, drink, or use the restroom, but when you return to your ship after spending a night there like the early explorers did, you'll feel proud and thankful that you'll never have to endure it again. Number 4. Zodiac journeys. Zodiac tours of bays and icebergs are a feature of most Antarctic expeditions. The sight of humpback whales breaching next to a small zodiac will astound you. Observing whales, seals, and glaciers that are calving from a zodiac are unforgettable experiences. Typically, we took zodiacs out twice a day to observe wildlife. The snowy continent is home to a surprisingly wide variety of species. Along the shore, we observe numerous colonies of penguins, as well as humpback and killer whales, leopard, and Weddell seals floating on ice formations. There is more to zodiac cruises than merely wildlife. The waters of the Antarctic are plenty of fascinating things to discover. We had a great time sliding around icebergs and stumbling through a thick layer of brash ice to find unique ice sculptures. Our skilled expedition crew maneuvered the zodiacs with such ease that we were able to pause and observe calving glaciers and enormous icebergs. It is imperative to disembark from the ship in order to witness things up close. Whales would occasionally surface next to our boats and then dive beneath for a better look. These magnificent beasts seem to be saying welcome to us as we met eye to eye. Number 3. The Port Lockroy Penguin Post Office. Only a small community of researchers who spend a few months there each year on a research outpost are the permanent residents of Antarctica. While you may visit a number of research stations in Antarctica, one of the most popular places to visit is the post office located on the British base Porto Lockroy. The Port Lacroix Research Station is a fun addition to a trip to Antarctica. Here you can meet other Antarctic expeditions and have a conversation with the English research-based staff. The research station is nicknamed Penguin Post Office because of the large colony of penguins that live there and frequent the region. You can play with the penguins, tour the museum, and get some mementos in Port Lacroix. The most popular Antarctic activity, however, is to purchase a postcard and ship it to a loved one at home or to someone you admire from the bottom of the globe. Number 2. Go to the penguin colonies. Regarding penguins, having an encounter with penguins is a highlight of each trip to Antarctica. Seeing penguins up close is the top Antarctic attraction. Penguin colonies may be found all around the Antarctic Circle and Weddell Sea. Visiting penguin colonies along the Antarctic Peninsula was something we could not get enough of. Watching penguins go about their regular lives makes anyone happy. They are the cutest animals on the earth. In a frenzied manner, they waddle through their penguin paths toward the water. The enthusiasm with which penguins scurry about going about their daily business is endearing. Penguins call out to one another and mothers defend their young. From one penguin colony to the next, they travel in well-organized lines along paths that lead to the sea. There will be a large number of penguins visible to you when you visit Antarctica. They smell rather bad, so be ready. The most memorable penguin interactions are those in which you sit calmly and allow the inquisitive critters to approach near enough to walk on your legs or pick at your coat. That's because they are so damn cute that you forget about the stench and just enjoy the experience. Although it's forbidden to get close to or within 5 meters of penguins, they occasionally will approach you and say hello if you just sit there. They have such a keen interest. It is a lifetime memory. Number 1. Go to Deception Island. Visiting Deception Island in Antarctica is among the most sinister things to undertake. Interestingly, one of Antarctica's safest harbors, Deception Island, is also home to an active volcano. It was once a whaling station in the early 20th century, and excursions will show you the ruins of that sad era. A trip to Deception Island serves as a sobering reminder of human nature's shortcomings. Whale bones, boilers, and old oil barrels from a bygone era can be seen on Deception Island, where whales were formerly driven to almost extinction. It's as stunning as it is terrifying. People used to dig holes in the sand to enjoy the warm sand, as the seas off the beach were heated by the active volcano. However, such is no longer permitted as a result of the Antarctic Treaty. With the quantity of people that visit Antarctica nowadays, this would be completely swamped. That's it for today. Comment your favorite part and let us know your views on today's video. Until next time, take care, and you have a great day ahead.